we're back for another chapter of Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. Now, we're at chapter 12, which means it's been 6 chapters since your last big assignment when I made you make a storyboard and draw pictures of 6 chapters. We're going to have another big activity at the end of this chapter, but luckily this chapter is pretty small. So I'll get into it, I'll read the chapter, and then tell you your activity. Chapter 12 is called A Meeting. One evening, a few days after the writing had appeared in Charlotte's Web, the spider called a meeting of all the animals in the barn cellar. I shall begin by calling the roll, which is like taking attendance. Wilbur? Here, said the pig. Gander? Here, 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 said the gander. You sound like 3 ganders, muttered Charlotte. Why can't you just say here? Why do you have to repeat everything? It's my idiosyncrasy, replied the gander. That means his brain works a little bit different, and he likes to repeat things. Goose, said Charlotte. Here, 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 said the goose. I guess she likes to repeat things as well. Charlotte glared at her. Goslings, 1 through 7. Beep-beep, 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 said the goslings. This is becoming quite a meeting, said Charlotte. Anyone would think we had 3 ganders, 3 geese, and 21 goslings. Why do you have to repeat everything? Sheep. Here, answered the sheep all together. Lambs. Here, answered the lambs all together. Templeton? No answer. Templeton. Still no answer. Well, we are all here except for the rat, said Charlotte. I guess we can proceed without him. Now, you all must have noticed what's been going on around here the last few days. The message I wrote in my web, praising Wilbur, has been received. The Zuckermans have fallen for it, and so has everyone else. Zuckerman thinks Wilbur is an unusual pig, and therefore he won't want to kill him and eat him. I say my trick will work, and Wilbur's life can be saved. Hooray! Cried everybody. Thank you so very much, said Charlotte. Now, I called this meeting in order to get suggestions. I need new ideas for the web. People are already getting sick of reading the words, some pig. If anybody can think of another message, or something to say, I'd be glad to weave it into my web. Any suggestions for a new slogan? A slogan is what words she's going to write. How about Pig Supreme? Asked one of the lambs. No good, said Charlotte. It sounds like a rich dessert. How about Terrific, Terrific, Terrific? Said the goose. Cut that down to 1 terrific, and it will do very nicely, said Charlotte. I think terrific might impress Zuckerman. But Charlotte, said Wilbur, I'm not terrific. Oh, that doesn't make a bit of a difference, replied Charlotte. Not a bit. People believe almost anything that they read. Does anyone here know how to spell terrific? I think, said the gander, it's T-E-E-R-R-R-I-F-F-I-C-C-C. What kind of an acrobat do you think I am? I can't spin that, said Charlotte in disgust. I would have to have St. Vitus's dance to weave a word like that in my web. It means that she'd have to dance around a lot in her web. Sorry, said the gander, repeating things again. Then the oldest sheep spoke up. I agree that there should be something new written in the web if Wilbur's life is to be saved. And if Charlotte needs help in finding words, I think she can get it from our friend Templeton. The rat visits the dump regularly and has access to old magazines. He can tear out bits of advertisements and bring them up here to the barn cellar so that Charlotte can have something to copy. Oh, good idea, said Charlotte. But I'm not sure Templeton will be willing to help. You know how he is, always looking out for himself, never thinking of the other fellow. I bet I can get him to help, said the old sheep. I'll appeal to his baser instincts, of which he has plenty. Here he comes now. Everybody keep quiet while I put the matter up to him, while she suggests it. The rat entered the barn the way he always did, creeping along close to the wall. What's up? He asked, seeing the animals all there. We're holding a directors' meeting, replied the old sheep. Well, break it up, said Templeton. Meetings bore me. And the rat began to climb a rope that hung against the wall. Look, said the old sheep, next time you go to the dump, Templeton, bring back a clipping from a magazine. Charlotte needs new ideas so she can write messages in her web and save Wilbur's life. Let him die, said the rat. I should worry. You'll worry all right when next winter comes, said the sheep. You'll worry all right when you're down on it. You'll worry all right on a 0 morning next January when Wilbur is dead and nobody comes down here with a nice pail of warm slops to pour in the trough. Wilbur's leftover food is your food supply, Templeton. You know that. Wilbur's food is your food. Therefore, Wilbur's destiny and your destiny are closely linked. If Wilbur is killed and his trough is empty day after day, you won't have anything to eat. You'll grow so thin we can look right through your stomach and see things on the other side. Templeton's whiskers quivered. Maybe you're right, he said gruffly. I'll be making my trip to the dump tomorrow afternoon. I'll bring back a magazine clipping, if I can find one. Thanks, said Charlotte. The meeting is now over. I have a busy evening ahead of me. I've got to tear my web apart and write terrific. Wilbur blushed. But I'm not terrific, Charlotte. I'm just about as average as I can be for a pig. You're terrific as far as I'm concerned, replied Charlotte sweetly, and that's what counts. You're my best friend, and I think you're sensational. Now stop arguing and go get some sleep. Well, that's the end of chapter 12, and it looks like Charlotte's doing a pretty good job of convincing all the other animals to help find some words to save Wilbur. So I really enjoyed that chapter. It's nice to see that the animals are willing to help him, and even Templeton, who's kind of grumpy and not super nice all the time. For your activity today, you made a storyboard last time for 6 chapters. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now it's been another 6 chapters since then. So we've read chapter 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that's another 6 chapters. And I would like you to continue your storyboard. I told you to keep your storyboard, so I hope you did, because you're going to be making another one that looks the same. You're going to be taking a paper or whatever you're going to write in. Maybe it's in your journal, maybe it's on a whiteboard like me, whatever you want. And you're going to split it into 6 pieces, but you're not going to name them 1 to 6 because we already did chapters 1 to 6. You're going to split it up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're going to number them from 7 to 12 because we haven't done a storyboard for chapters 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12. So your activity is actually going to be the same as last time you did a storyboard. We're practicing it. We're doing it again so we can improve our storyboard. We can make it better. We want to do everything a couple times to practice. So this time, just like you've drawn your storyboard, you have 6 sections. In each one of those, you have to draw 1 picture for each chapter from chapters 7 to 12. So here, I need a picture for chapter 7, a picture for 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. If you need to go back and rewatch those videos, that's the bonus of having these online on YouTube. You can go back and re-listen to them and remind yourself what happened in those chapters. Because even I don't remember exactly what happened in chapter 9. I know what happened in the story, but I don't know what happened in that chapter. So I would have to go back, listen to them again, think what's important that happened in that chapter. So a picture in each. And then you also have to write at least 1 sentence for each chapter. So you can write to me more if you want to add some details. That would be great. You can add extra, but you have to write at least 1 sentence, either on this page or on a different page, that tells me what your picture's about. So if I drew a picture here, I guess we'll do the last one. If I draw a picture here of them convincing Templeton to go get some words, so maybe I draw all the animals in the barn having their meeting, I have to write, Charlotte held a meeting and tried to get the animals to help Wilbur. Or you write something else similar to that, because that's some of the important things that happened in this chapter. Oh no, I dropped it. After that, you have to tell me which was your favorite chapter and why it was your favorite. So it could be any of these chapters, or you can look at your old storyboard and pick one of the old chapters. So maybe your favorite chapter is actually chapter 4. It's not on this storyboard, but that's okay. It could be any chapter that you've heard so far, but you have to remember to tell me why it's your favorite. So if you really like chapter 1, where Fern gets Wilbur and he's a little baby pig, you have to tell me why it's your favorite. Maybe you really liked it because you were happy that Fern got a pig. Maybe your favorite chapter is chapter 12, because maybe Templeton is helping and he's being nice, so you like chapter 12. It's up to you, but it doesn't have to be from this. It can be from chapters 1 to 6 also. So you have these 3 jobs for your storyboard. Draw 1 picture for each chapter that we've read, 7 to 12. You already did 1 to 6. If you didn't do 1 to 6, you need to catch up. Write at least 1 sentence for each chapter, telling me what happened, and tell me which is your favorite chapter from the whole book and why it's your favorite. This is a novel study day though, so you still have to check your old predictions and make a new one for next time. Your prediction for next chapter could tell me what kind of word you think Templeton will bring back. You could tell me if maybe you think Templeton won't find a word. What do you think is going to happen if he can't find any magazines? Or is he actually not very nice and does he choose not to find a magazine? Those are some predictions you could have, or you can make your own, because I haven't read the next part yet. So these are just guesses from me. I don't know which one's right. Good luck. Remember to make your storyboard, and you have to check your predictions. So you have 2 jobs. It's a little bit extra. So if you don't finish it today, that's okay. If it takes you a couple days, just send it to me when you're done. And I hope you enjoyed this chapter. I really did. I liked that they kind of tricked Templeton into helping, because otherwise Templeton's going to starve over the winter. So I thought that was really smart of the sheep and of Charlotte. Good luck, enjoy, and I'll see you next time.